Hi, my name is Christina Aeva and long time no see. I didn't even think about me recording video for this channel again, but now I have a goal. So I need to resurrect my English skills and remember my vocabulary. I drive home from my 9 5 job. How do you say it in English? 9 5. I drive home and I have a lot of time behind my wheel, and I decided to spend this time more useful. And I'm really sorry in advance because I think montage will be very like a stroboscope, maybe. Because firstly, I don't remember a lot of words, and I will be stupid. And I will take my time to remember words for what I want to say. And secondly, I'm behind the wheel, and of course all my attention is on the road. I tried to prepare for this video, and before I talked without recording me, but now I think I should talk to camera from the very beginning. It will be sad if I say something nice and don't record it. So 9 5 job. How it happened a lot from the last video, and I think I should start from the very beginning. Once upon a time kidding. As I already said in one of my previous videos, I used to live in Rostov-on-Don, and after I graduated my university as as an architect, I moved to St. Petersburg, to the northern capital of Russia, because Rostov was too dry for me, and my nose was very sad because of the air, because of plants. My allergy was so bad there. So St. Petersburg is the best option for me if I want to live in Russia. But that is the question. Do I? But everything in order. So I moved to St. Petersburg at the end of the 2019, and the COVID started. So all my plans were ruined. I used to work at cover band as a bass player in Rostov, and as a music tutor where I teach how to play ukulele, guitar, bass. Also, I teach people how to draw a little. But when I moved to St. Petersburg, I lost all of my students eventually. Some of them agreed to study online, but it didn't last long. But good for me, I had some freelance work with graphic design that time, so I could make some money. But as I already said, it was COVID, and I started to scroll news. I've never scrolled news before, but I started, and that was one of my worst decisions. It wasn't even a decision. It was fear. I think the whole world was in fear. But my fear is getting bigger, deeper, and I even started to struggle from panic attacks. And all my situation with mental health and with work as a freelancer and my art, like music, paintings, etc., etc., it's all getting worse and worse. I didn't know what to do with my life, and for my mental health's sake, I decided to find a 9-5 job so I could finally feel even a little piece of stability. But it turned out that it's not so easy to find a good 9-5 job. I didn't want just the survival one. I wanted to put my skills so I can improve me. And one of important things was that I could find a remote job with my new profession. So I chose 3D art because I studied it in university, and I have some friends in game development, so why not? At first, I tried to find a 3D artist job, then I tried to find a job like a 2D artist, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't find one because AI, etc., etc., and now 2D artists must know 3D anatomy, all 2D art skills, and 2D artist also must be a 3D modeler and work with AI instruments. I made test tasks but couldn't find job. But then I found an opportunity and I participated in Game Academy from one big game studio as a 2D artist and a music composer. By the way, you can listen to my music somewhere in the, I don't know, at the bottom of this video, in the bio, in the description. Participating in Game Academy was fun. That game studio found a lot of people and make a few groups of us. So we had our little team with the artists, programmers, and game designers. And we made a game, Gothic strategy for personal computer, with my music, sound effects, and art. I was one of the 3 artists. I made a few environment things, a few characters. Maybe I'll show you. Okay, we made our game, and that studio found 3D artists. So I applied for a job without thinking. Good for me, they gave me a test task, and I made it. I've got my 9 fine job. And it was nervous but good at the beginning. But because of a lot of information, a lot of stress, because of the very long way from home to work, I had depression. Depression and the crisis of existence. Because all my life I thought I would be a musician, composer, I would be an artist, play and sing my songs, draw my paintings and other stuff. And I couldn't believe that's it. I even thought about get a new job in quality assurance QA because I could make more money there, because I could easily get a remote job. But I learned QA a little, and in process I realized that it's not what I want. I'm a creator. I understood that I have to create something. So I stayed in 3D art. But my game studio doesn't have a remote work opportunity. So now I'm trying to find a remote job. Gladly I resurrect my LinkedIn account so I can do it better now. But anyway, it's not quite easy to be honest, because I've always wanted to travel. I've always wanted to see the world and try to live in Europe Union, I think. So that's why I started to record my videos again. I want to find a remote job somewhere outside from Russia. And I need my English because I want to win the interview and get my job. Maybe not remote, maybe I'll find a good one in some country where I want to live. But the main point that I'm in process of finding a job. Besides, I'm in process of thinking about my life, about what I want, who I am, and I have plenty time right now because of my long way home and work. I have a lot of time to think. Maybe it's one of reasons why I have the existence crisis right now. As I said, I always wanted to be musician, singer, songwriter. I adore write music. I know that's my destiny. And when I had my nine fine job, I felt more relaxed because I had more stability in my life, but also music was gone for a while from my life. It was really sad. It's upsetting because I can spend more time with my music. So I decided to take a little steps to my goal of being a cool musician. And now I'm trying to share my music with the world and make shorts, TikToks, and other stuff. That's kind of refreshing. I didn't think it would be. So now it's my time to be brave enough to share my music with world. I understood that I didn't believe in myself for a while. And this video is also kind of promotion for my art. I think I just want to find my people. So now I'm just trying everything I can and see where it will lead me. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me on my way home. And I hope it was felt like a conversation with your friend.